Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mortgage One Pro. My name is Rob Marone. I was asked by several of our loan officers to put a video together who have been having a hard time explaining to their agents just what Mortgage One Pro is. And I can understand because just to put into words what we've done here is a little difficult. So I'm going to walk you through and kind of show you in as few words as possible what this is. Okay, I'm going to try to keep this video under 20 minutes. So if I talk a little fast, well, just rewind and play it again. So I apologize. All right, first and foremost, when you go to mortgageonepro.com, again, it's mortgage1, the number one, pro.com. You're going to come up to your login screen. Keep in mind this toll-free number here at the top. All right, this number up here is going to allow you to, if you get stuck in any way, call this number and you will get a live person as long as it's through normal business hours. You'll get a live person that can walk you through and help you with anything that this site will do for you. So keep that in mind. All right, once you log in, you're going to get brought to here your dashboard. All right, one of the things that Mortgage One Pro does, because it does several things, we've put a package together, so it doesn't just do one thing, so that's why it's a little difficult to explain. One thing that we put in here is a property listing tool. All right, so there are several property listing tools on the market, and if you've tried them and they failed in the past, please don't dismiss this and just roll your eyes. The reason why we did not like some of the ones that were out there, you might have tried Listing Booster, that's probably one of the most popular ones, or single property sites. There's a lot of different ones out there. You almost need to become a web designer in order to use them, and we didn't like that. We wanted something that was simple, that we could automate, that would do everything for you, and so that's why we had one built for us. So first, let me show you what a property, and if you don't know what a property listing tool is, it basically creates a property website for your listings. So let's take a look at one. We're logged in as Tracy, one of our loan officers down in Florida, and we're going to take a look at Michelle Schaefer, which is one of her real estate agents. And let's just take a look at her property. I'll show you what a property website looks like.
Wow, I think you're going to love this fabulous home, and we can help with all your questions, from how to get a mortgage to moving in and setting up. Take a look around the website and see the highlights, like more photos and this slideshow, and even see what is close to this home by clicking on See What's Near. And if you like what you see, then call now for a showing to get a closer look.
Okay, so that's our video spokesperson. There are, I think, 9 different ones that you can choose from, or you can choose not to have one at all on your site, depending on what you like. We've made a lot of different options available so that if you have 30 listings, they don't all look the same. Now, this property listing here is a beautiful property. I'm sure we all wish we could have, $1 million listings. And if you're Miss Schaefer, I'm sure you can. But this isn't always the case. All right, so what this property does here, or what this property website does, is we put a lot of things on here that the average everyday person wants. If they want to see the map, they have that. If they have the aerial view, we have that. Local schools that are nearby, there's that. See what's near, it'll show you your restaurants and bars and so forth and so on close by. Now, the other thing is that we put on here is a lot of lead capturing um, areas. For instance, they can request more info, and you're going to get this information. That will get emailed or sent via text to both the loan officer and the real estate agent. Request a showing, they can put in there, what's good for them, and that will get sent to you as well. There's a lot of things too, as far as dream home help. What is your perfect dream home? Maybe it's a semi-detached in this area with 2 bedrooms. They can put all this on here, and it'll just give you a little information to go by when you call them. Perhaps you can have some homes in that range for them when you call. The other thing is, so most of these things are going to go to both the loan officer and the real estate agent. The only thing that will go to the real estate agent, to the loan officer itself, is the get pre-qualified section. All right, and the only reason that will only go to the real estate, or I keep mixing up. The only reason that will go to the loan officer is because there's going to be some credit sensitive information that's going to be passed through there, and so that has to go only to the LO. Certainly, the loan officer will communicate any inquiries that come from the site to the agent. That just makes sense. So we put a lot of this stuff on here that, to make it easy to find, the bathrooms, the square footage, so forth. The other thing is we created a lot of marketing tools that you can have. For instance, you have your flyers. Here's a postcard mailer that it creates with the QR code that they can just scan. This does this automatically. You're going to have your flyers if you want to have this for your open houses. And it'll do different marketing pieces for you that you can customize and put different pictures on. You also have a mortgage flyer that'll print up that'll show you your monthly payments on each thing. The other thing that we've done is we've put on here a call me section. What this will do is if say I punch in my phone number right now, it will call me up and it'll say connecting call, and then it'll call the agent. So it'll connect you together with the agent, which is nice. There's a few things that we're going to add to this as well. The social media functions are huge, and we definitely suggest that you use those as much as you can. This will create your own property website, so you will have your own domain name. In this case, it's 2604 Cape Coral Parkway at .2seeit.com. So you're going to have your own property domain name that you can share on your social media pages, and also have your sellers share that with everybody as well. This will also get populated automatically to our Mortgage One Pro Facebook page. Again, the more places this goes, the higher up in the social or in the searchable world it becomes. Now, some have asked, how is this in fact a RESPA compliant thing, since we do not charge any cost to the agent? Well, here's how. You're going to see the real estate agent listed, and you're going to see the loan officer listed on your page. We can't take that off. That's just how it is. This is your property website. This is your property listing. We are paying to advertise on it. So that's how we get around any RESPA laws. This has in fact passed through our compliance officers, and it has gone through our Mortgage One lawyers. So this is in fact, yes, 100% compliant, and we do not have to pass any costs on to you, which is fantastic, I guess, for everybody except for us. So anyways, you also have on here a contact page that will have your website and your information, as well as the loan officer's information on it as well. Again, I said I was going to try to make this quick, so I'm not going to show you all the features of this. Feel free to play around with some of these property listings and see for yourself. Now, the other thing that we did, because like I said, we combined this with more than just a listing tool. We did a couple other things, and I'll show you some of these other features perhaps in another video, because under the edit and promote section, you're going to see a lot of these features that you can look at. You're going to see, where you can put your open house, and you can have your text code. So your text this number, 39451 to 878787, and you'll be able to see your property. Again, all your video spokespeople, you can choose different people to play.
Look at how beautiful this home is.
Or you can choose not to have one at all. Your design themes, you're going to have a lot of different options on here. If you want to pick something, more to your, the logo of your real estate logo, you can do that. More modern themes, classic themes, so forth and so on. So like I said, we'll go through some of that stuff later in another video. One of the other things that we combined with Mortgage One Pro, because I did say that it's not just a listing tool. So yes, a listing tool it is, but something else that we wanted to package together with it was a program called Movers Concierge. What Movers Concierge is it allows you to put in, or us to put in, the name of the person who's moving, the buyer or the seller. Or your friend if you want. You put in their phone number, their email address, their moving date, and their address. their address they're moving from and their address that they're moving to. Now, the only requirement is that you have to put it in 15 days early, okay, which shouldn't be a problem. Most of the time when people are moving, you got 15 days at least, or 30 days before they have to vacate the premises. So what Movers Concierge is they will call you. Movers Concierge will call you an actual. It's a concierge service. They'll call up the agent, or I'm sorry, they'll call up the seller. I'm sorry again. They will call up the person who's moving, and they will have a long checklist of items, such as who's your utilities through, your DTE, your gas, your water, and they will schedule all the move for you. The moving service. They will have a list on there, such as, for instance, do you have Xfinity? Okay. Would you like to stay with your current package, or would you like us to shop it for you? Would you like us to give you other providers, such as satellite or other cable providers in your area? If no, I'm good staying with who I'm staying with, then that's fine. They'll just schedule the move. Perhaps, and they'll ask you, are you going to hire a moving service? Would you like us to send you quotes for moving company or moving services in your area? No, we're just going to rent a truck. Okay, well, perfect. Would you like us to send you any pricing on, U-Haul budget, and all the other moving trucks in your area? Oh, that'd be great. So then they'll go ahead and just email you that stuff, a quote with pricing in your area. This does not cost them anything. This does not cost you anything. This is something that we've bundled together with Mortgage One Pro. So it was part of our initial pricing. So it's just a great service to be able to offer your people, that makes it the move just go a little smoother. The most beneficial that this will come into play is, let's just say, instead of your closing being on the 15th, now your closing's on the 12th. Well, you make one phone call to Movers Concierge, and they will reschedule everything for you. If anybody's ever tried to schedule this stuff, they know how cumbersome it can be. So trying to call and go through the voicemails and dial 1 for this and 2 for that. Movers Concierge has backdoor numbers into everything, so they can get to the right person a lot quicker than we can, and make it just a smooth transition. So you make one phone call to them, and they reschedule everything in the move. So it's a great feature. Please use it. Like I said, it doesn't cost you anything, and it makes you look like $1,000,000 in the eyes of your sellers or buyers. Okay, the other thing that we combined with Mortgage One Pro is a program called Credit Coach. You'll see that in your fourth tab over here. What Credit Coach does is we've unfortunately, the statistic nationally is that 2 out of 3 people who inquire about a home will not qualify. I know that's not the same in every market. Florida, it's a little less. Michigan, it's a little more. So across the country, you're going to have back and forth on that statistic. But nationally, it is 2 out of 3. So that's not really acceptable to us, unfortunately. 2 out of 3 is not it's not really good odds when you say 2 out of 3 are not going to get a loan. So we wanted to try to help that out a little bit. So usually, in fact, by far most of the time, people don't qualify because of a credit issue. All right, they either don't make it to application, or they make it to application and end up getting denied. We understand that wastes a lot of time for you, the agent. It wastes a lot of time for you, the loan officer. So in order to help that, we put Credit Coach together. All right, we teamed up with a company called Smart Credit, and what they did was they've changed our fees around for us, and they've given normally it's a 7-day trial period. They've given us 3 months. So when you sign someone up for it, they have it free for 3 months, and then they have to pay $9.95 a month after that. After 3 months, they should be able to see an increase in their score, and hopefully they can see the benefit of it and stick with the program. So what it'll do is, first and foremost, it'll do a poll on their credit. It will and it'll walk them through. There's a button, I believe it's called 120 days to building your score. And so the first thing it does is it pulls up your credit report, and it plays a little generic video that says, hey, what's good about credit? Here's the things that are good about your credit. And it'll list the things from your credit report that were actually good, things that you're paying on time, things that are helping you um, from being at the rock bottom. Second, when you click next, it'll take you to the other thing, right? Because they always build you up first and then they break you down. So they take you to the next thing that says, okay, here's some things that are affecting your credit in a negative way or your score in a negative way. And it'll list those items on there, perhaps, some lates that are on there, or maybe some derogatory things that, maybe you didn't even know were on there that you could remove. So it kind of walks them through the whole process. What's nice about it is each item that's on your credit report, you have action buttons next to it. So if it's not supposed to be there, you can communicate right to the creditor through the site. You click that action button and you can send an email, and they'll help you word it right so that those can get taken care of. There's one on there like a Goodwill expunge, which is just kind of like a nice way of saying, hey, do you mind taking this off my credit report? Not that it's going to work, but it's nice to be able to send it anyways. There's on there action buttons where you can negotiate a pay down or a payoff of your credit cards. So you can do that right through the website as well. Now, the best thing about this site is every single month it will do a poll on your credit. And it'll do a soft pull. Now, a soft pull, if everybody doesn't know, will not affect your credit score. Doing a hard pull sometimes will affect that number. So when they do a soft pull every month, it'll just show what the score is. Okay, so it's not going to do the whole credit report again and show them all the details. It's just going to pull the number. So what it does, it allows them to see their number every month. What's even better is it sends us the score every month. I'm sorry, it doesn't send us the score. It sends us the change every month. So it'll tell us that they're up 20 points or down 5 points. And so the reason for this, as you can see, the benefit of this is, it keeps us in front of their face all the time, right? We got our picture of our loan officer at the top, and we get an email every single month showing where they are. Okay, we know that they wasted your time at the beginning. We understand that they wasted our time at the beginning, and we certainly don't want that. So a lot of times we forget about people like that. We don't want to forget about these people. We want to help them to rebuild their credit. We want to help them get into their dream home or first time buying a home. And so this is what it allows us to stay in front of them and do for them. So every month we'll get that email. So now say they were only 50 points away from buying a home to begin with. Now we see, the last 6 months they've been up, 60 points. Well, we're going to make that phone call and we're going to call them up. Hey, well, I see things are working. Why don't you come back in? We'll get you pre-qualified, and then we call you back up, the agent, and you take them out shopping. So this is a great program that we put in place, and hopefully it will make those individuals who have fallen through the cracks not fall through the cracks anymore. So again, I tried to make this video less than 20 minutes. There's a lot more that Mortgage One Pro, a lot more items that we packaged in with this, and I don't have time to show them all to you right now. Perhaps I'll do another video just on creating a you know what, real quick, let me show you how to create a website. So just so you can see how fast it is and so that you're not afraid of it. When you click here on Add New Listing Site, you're going to get brought to right here at the top where it says click here to import property. You click on this link and you have two things to do. You have to choose your state and you have to punch in your MLS number. All right, now I just made that up. So when you hit continue, it's going to bring up the property and say, is this your property that you want? You hit yes, and that's it. The website is created, the QR code's created, the text code is created. Everything is done just with 2 clicks. So when I said that we tried to automate everything, we truly did. Everything is now syndicated to the major syndication sites. A YouTube video is automatically created of a video slideshow for your property. All this stuff is done just by clicking or putting in those 2 items, MLS number and the state. And that's it. Okay, if you have any questions, please talk to your loan officer. Your loan officer, if there's anything more technical that they don't understand, they can get a hold of me. And please always remember this this toll-free number at the top for any questions as well. Again, not all branches will have this product available to you, but if you're seeing this video, then chances are your loan officer does have it. Because this was a cost to Mortgage One, this was a cost to each individual Mortgage One branch, and it is a cost to each loan officer. So not all branches do participate. So keep that in mind. But like I said, your loan officer will be able to communicate that information to you. All right, thanks so much again for watching, and please, happy selling.